Hi, One SR Videos. I'm Peter Loshak. It's week 13 in the NFL. The Thursday night matchup is Green Bay at Detroit. An interesting handicapping situation. We are going to discuss it with Joe Duffy from OffshoreInsiders.com. Joe Duffy, you know, the Lions have won and covered 3 in a row since their bye, and Green Bay has lost 5 out of their last 6 ATS. But that one ATS win was 2 games ago at Minnesota. Minnesota, obviously a very impressive team this year and significantly undervalued, but Green Bay got a margin win and cover, so it's not unthinkable that they could do the same thing here. Detroit is obviously very much improved, but you know, are they improved enough that we want to take them here? You know, they look great on Thanksgiving. Calvin Johnson had a great day. The 3-headed running game is looking very effective. My sense is that we go with it, take Detroit +3 and the under 47. What do you think, Joe?
Well, Peter, I actually researched to see, you know, my old theory about using the odds makers' knowledge against them when they're kind of making a counterintuitive statement, at least if you're talking about recent performance, where clearly Detroit is the much hotter team, and yet they're a home dog, and a home dog of 3, which is pretty big. There was really nothing that jumped out. But all in all, as far as what you're saying, I don't know if the first thing that jumped out at me is the side. I think more the total. When Detroit, they obviously fired a couple of members of their offensive staff last year, Matt Stafford. He loves a new offensive coordinator. I think it's very clear that Detroit, they're going to give Matt Stafford, you know, his annual make or break year. This is going to be make or break, and he's going to have a make or break next year and the year after that. But they're going to see what he's got. I think they're clearly going to build their offense and see what they got with Matt Stafford. In the case of Green Bay, we know the strength of their team is passing. Their weakness has been stopping the pass. And, you know, we know that Aaron Rodgers kind of opened a can of whoop ass and said that his team wasn't prepared. He's a guy who leads by example. Remember when he did that, I guess it was last year or 2 years ago, when he gave that relax thing, and he went out and he practiced what he preached. So I look for a huge game from Aaron Rodgers. He's clearly lit up. And I look for Detroit, their play calling, to continue to put the ball in the hands of Matt Stafford, literally into the arms, really, of Matt Stafford. So I think this is going to be a very aggressive game offensively, and especially with Green Bay being strong with the pass, but not so strong against the pass. I think we're going to see 50 points scored.
Really? I mean, I can see that. It's just that in recent weeks, Green Bay's passing offense has really stalled out. They've had to go and rely on the run a lot more, but you see that as not likely to continue going forward?
I do think, yeah, that's part of it. You know, again, Aaron Rodgers was clearly very livid in his comments this week more than most. So I think that Green Bay is going to come out and try to make a statement, especially when it comes to their passing game. So, look, they've got one of the best quarterbacks in the world, and I do look for them to come alive this week. And with the extra preparation time, I think it always benefits the units that need it the most. And as you said, you got a very good passing unit that's been in a little bit of a slump. I think it's time to explode.
Yeah, makes some sense, Joe. My initial thoughts were leaning Detroit and the under, but then I started thinking about it a little bit more, and I'm not so sure anymore. You want to go official with a play on the over 47?
We'll go official with a play on the over of 47.
All right, Joe Duffy. Interesting analysis as always, and tell us what your website, OffshoreInsiders.com, is all about, Joe.
Well, it's not often, especially this year, that I've had to use, you know, it's not a sprint, it's a marathon. It's been a great year, not so much the most thankful weekend, but you know, we'll certainly rebound off of a very rare mediocre weekend, explode this weekend. It's very early in the week, so I haven't really run too many of the metrics, but we've done very well in the conference championships games because they're very specific metrics and intangibles that apply there. Just visit offshoreinsiders.com for all the details.
Okay, thanks, Joe.
Thank you, Peter.